is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
It is 5 o'clock here on your Thursday. Good morning to you. I'm Lauren Casey. Here's what's making headlines on this July 30th. 3 murders are under investigation after multiple shootings overnight. We have the latest from police on the violence. More school districts across central Indiana heading back to school this week. We'll show you how the state is stepping up to keep kids safe and healthy in the classroom. And with the business of the pandemic, you may have forgot about the U.S. Census. Starting today, enumerators will be going door to door for those who have yet to fill it out. Working for you, we're taking a look at what you can expect if you are on their list. Here at 5 o'clock, I want to thank you for joining us on Good Morning Indiana, and we want to get a check of our forecast for our Thursday. So Alyssa Donovan is joining me in studio today in for Todd. Alyssa, what's it going to be like as we step out the door today?
You know what, it's going to be a little bit muggy as you step out the door this morning. Just a little bit of humidity in the air, starting in the 70s. It's 75 right now in Indianapolis, and temperatures are just going to climb a couple degrees over the next couple hours here before they start to drop off. And what's going on is we have a frontal system that's moving into the area. That's going to start to move into southern counties by mid-morning, bringing us some showers. And then by the afternoon, we are going to see the potential of some thunderstorms. You can see already starting to see those showers for extreme southwestern counties this morning, starting to move into central Indiana as well. Not expecting severe weather with this system. That's not a threat, but we can't rule out seeing some hail, possibly some heavy downpours, as well as some gusty winds as these systems move through. So as you head out the door this morning, definitely want to grab that umbrella. Showers this morning, and then we have that potential of storms moving in by midday. As we head through the next few days, we are going to see the potential of storms nearly every day in the 7-day forecast. I'll have those details in just a few minutes.
Alyssa, thanks. Let's take a look at traffic right now north of the downtown area. I-65 here from 30th Street. You can see traffic is moving along smoothly, both northbound and southbound. No crashes, no delays to slow down your commute at this hour. New from overnight, police are investigating a series of murders overnight. 3 people were killed in multiple shootings across Indianapolis. The latest shooting happened in Lawrence on Brentwood Avenue near 42nd and Post Road. Police were called there around 2 a.m. about a person shot. When they arrived, they found a man near a guardrail with at least one gunshot wound. EMS pronounced him dead at the scene. Another man is dead after a shooting on Indy's northeast side. This happened around 10:15 on John Marshall Drive near Midhofer Road and 38th Street. Police on the scene tell RTV6 that a disturbance happened in a parking area of the apartment building and a man on a wheelchair was shot. The victim was then taken to the hospital where he later died. Police have not released any information on a suspect, and they are working to figure out how the shooter fled the scene. Metro Police say that an argument also led to the shooting death of a man on the city's west side. Gunfire happened around 9:30 at an apartment complex parking lot near 34th and Moeller Road. Police say the shooting was a result of a disagreement hours earlier. We're told officers quickly arrested a person of interest at a nearby gas station. If you have any information on any of these murders, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. It's 5:03. Governor Eric Holcomb says Indiana's reopening will remain on hold for another month. He announced that the state will stay at stage 4.5 until at least August 27th. This means all current restrictions in place will continue through that extension. With that, the state government complex will begin to open August 17th. The moratorium on evictions and prohibition on filing foreclosures was extended through August 14th. Indiana continues to see a rise in cases, though. The State Department of Health reporting 630 new cases, bringing the total number to more than 64,000. They also confirmed 8 new deaths. More than 724,000 Hoosiers have been tested for the virus so far, with about 9% of those testing positive. State leaders are also releasing a weekly positivity rate. Last week's was calculated at 6.8%. Today, Indianapolis Public Schools administration is expected to decide on whether or not the district will begin school entirely online. In a letter sent to parents, the district says they're planning to present the recommendation to the IPS Board of Commissioners for a vote. If approved, the school year will still begin on August 17th, but it will be all remote learning. In-person classes would be delayed until at least October. Other central Indiana school districts are continuing with their plans. Washington Township will kick off its school year today. All the schools will be doing classes 100% online until further notice. Greenfield schools out in Hancock County also going back to class today, but in person. Kids and staff are expected to have a mask with them at all times. The district is also offering virtual class options. And as students are returning to the classroom, the state is providing PPE to keep everyone safe. With hundreds of schools in the state, it's a really big operation. And so Alyssa did find out what goes into that process.
Well, schools have been preparing to welcome back students with proper safety measures and new health protocols. Another group of people has been working to make sure all students and staff members around the state have the proper protective equipment.
And that is a pretty big job.
We're doing distribution for the Department of Education and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation.
This is all gallons of hand sanitizer. Just shy of 8,000 gallons a day we've been receiving.
And all of these boxes full of face masks. The state has procured all the safety items, and Langham Logistics is in charge of making sure every kid in every classroom across Indiana has one of these.
We have a team of folks throughout the day that receive it, unbundle it, pick it, pack it, route it, make sure the right schools gets the right masks.
The goal is to make sure the PPE is there for day one of the school year so that masks can be distributed to students and teachers right away. Right now, they're prioritizing shipments by when districts open. Normally, the company is in the business of shipping all sorts of stuff.
We ship everything from pharmaceuticals to automotive parts to lawnmowers.
And while those packages are also handled with care, the team knows these shipments are going to be vital to Hoosiers across the state, giving them peace of mind as kids return to school.
This is really important for us to do for the community.
By Friday, Langham Logistics will have shipped out around 2.3 million masks to almost 500 schools across the state, and there's still more to send out in coming weeks. I'm Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
Thanks, Alyssa. Today, you'll have a chance to hear from Marion County school and health officials about safely reopening schools. Our partners with Radio 1 are hosting a town hall from 1 to 3 this afternoon. Local leaders are going to talk about best practices to help keep your children safe. You can listen on Hot 96.3, AM 1310 The Light, 106.7 WTLC, and the RTV6 Facebook page. We continue to follow the very latest on a police incident that happened up in Anderson. An officer who appeared to use a chokehold to take a suspect into custody after it was banned by the city is now on administrative leave without pay. The decision was made by Anderson Public Safety Board. The incident was caught on video showing Officer Brandon Reynolds and another officer arresting a man back in June. Reynolds will have another hearing scheduled for August 17th. There's a warning across the nation about mystery shipments of seeds from China. Those strange packages are also making their way to Indiana. Tiffany Craig said that she found and received an order from Amazon that she thought she canceled last month. Inside, she found 2 packages of seeds.
They look like they may be like cantaloupe seeds or pumpkin seeds, and not what I thought I ordered.
Well, many of these mysterious packages have been discovered all across the country. So if you get any of these seeds, the U.S. Department of Agriculture says do not plant or dispose them. Instead, you need to mail it to the USDA to be tested. You can find all that information and what you need to do. Just go to our website, theindychannel.com. Well, just like everything else in 2020, the 2020 census deadline was pushed back. And so starting today, the census enumerators are going to be going door to door to help those who haven't already self-responded. Our Kelsey Anderson joins us live this morning with what you can expect. Hey, Kelsey.
Hey, good morning. So 61.5% of Marion County residents have already self-responded to the 2020 census, but that still leaves about 40%. And now today, like you said, enumerators are going to be going door to door through today to October 21st, trying to get that rest of that 40% to self-respond. So again, today through October 21st, you could start seeing census workers at your door if you haven't responded. You can still self-respond by going to 2020census.gov, but it's likely a census worker will still come to your door. Callie Kennington with Count Me Indy says to watch out for people pretending to be census workers.
Hi, I'm Alicia Smith from the U.S.
They should have identification to show that they are indeed a U.S. Census Bureau employee. As far as the pandemic, they will be taking safety precautions, wearing masks and all that. They will come and knock on your door, identify themselves, give you information about what they're doing and what to expect, and get those questions answered on your behalf.
Okay, we're here to do a census questionnaire.
Now, if you are concerned that a census worker isn't the real deal, you can call this number. It's 844-330-2020, and you just call. That way you can double check that that person is in fact a census worker. Now, each person in Marion County that's counted means about $30,000, again, per person over the next decade for very important things that help funding with WIC and SNAP and rental and utility assistance. And we'll have more information on why that's so important coming up in the next half hour. Reporting live, Kelsey Anderson, RTV 6.
All right, thanks, Kelsey. This morning, as you're heading out, things are going to start dry, but we're going to see rain shower chances pick up throughout the day. You can see starting to see some showers this morning along southwest counties. We have a flash flood watch. That's all the way down in southern Illinois, but we are going to see the potential of some heavier rain showers along southwest Indiana this morning as well, just as the system starts to track into the area. And looking ahead throughout the day, we're going to see this move across central Indiana, bringing us the potential of showers by mid-afternoon, and then also could see some thunderstorms in there. Not expecting extremely severe weather with this, but can't rule out the potential of some hail and possibly some heavy downpours as well as windy conditions. Looking over the next couple hours, you can see light winds for the most part, but those areas that do see thunderstorms could see some gusty winds. Seeing those chances of showers really throughout the day, and then possibly those thunderstorms this afternoon. Looking ahead to the weekend, going to continue to see some chances of showers and storms. All of those details coming up.
All right, Alyssa, thank you. Congressman John Lewis will be laid to rest today. Coming up, we'll have the plans for the ceremony and presidential guests expected to honor the civil rights leader. And despite the pandemic, Notre Dame football, it is still on this season. Still ahead, the conference they're joining to get back on the field. And let's take a look outside right now. Our INDOT traffic camera here north of the downtown area on I-65 near 30th Street, where everything's traveling up to speed in both directions. No crashes or delays to slow down your morning commute. We'll be back with more news, weather, and traffic, though, on the other side of the break. Stay with us. It is 5:14. Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. We're keeping a close eye on your Thursday morning commute, and here is a look on the north side. I-465, a view near Keystone Avenue, where everything is moving along just fine. No major crashes or delays to slow down your commute at this early hour. Well, here at 5:15 today marks 6 months since the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus outbreak a public health emergency of international concern. This comes one day after the U.S. death toll passes 150,000 confirmed deaths. According to Johns Hopkins University, John Lawrence has the latest on how the country is reacting.
The United States has yet to flatten the coronavirus curve.
Like whack-a-mole with hotspots all over this country. It's just going to keep popping up if we don't do something nationally.
President Trump is calling on governors to reopen their states, but his coronavirus task force is warning the 21 red states on this map that stronger restrictions might be needed. The yellow states are also under the microscope.
We've got to help the public understand you got to be part of the solution. And if not, I can't even imagine what the next 6 to 12 months are like without a vaccine. It will be close to the gates of hell.
Johns Hopkins University reports the U.S. recorded 50,000 deaths in just over 2 months, and the resurgence seen in the South and West is now heading toward the Midwest.
We're starting to see that in some of the states now, Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, and other, Indiana.
The bottom line is health experts say the U.S. has to do more to fight this pandemic.
We have a whole set of new testing capabilities that can give results in 15 minutes or half an hour. Those tests exist today. The federal government could partner with those companies, ramp up production, and make sure that there are tens of millions of those tests available around the country within weeks.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
A move being considered by U.S. Postal Service could cause complications with the new surge in mail-in voting. A union leader says the service may be closing several post offices all across the country. U.S. Senator Joe Manchin says that he's gotten many reports about service cuts or looming closures. The move could cause delays in mail delivery. Manchin says that he reached out to the new Postmaster General to ask why. The Postal Service spokesperson said that that's due to financial losses that have been going on for more than a decade. Well, after days of ceremonies for civil rights icon Congressman John Lewis, his funeral will be held today. The ceremony will take place at Ebenezer Baptist Church down in Atlanta. Lewis helped organize the 1963 March on Washington and served in the U.S. House of Representatives for Georgia's 5th Congressional District for 33 years. He died earlier this month at the age of 80. Former President Barack Obama will give the eulogy at the funeral service. Former Presidents Bill Clinton and George W. Bush will also be in attendance. Remote control robots are searching for the remains in a site of a collapsed Hard Rock hotel. This is out in New Orleans. Officials think that the robots will be able to get at least one of the bodies that remain in the rubble. Crews are trying to recover the bodies of Quignon Wimberly and Jose Ponce Areola. Wimberly's body is trapped on the 11th floor of the building. Officials believe the robots could reach him by early next week. Then they'll search for Areola, who is buried under a pile of rubble on the 8th floor. People in Puerto Rico are preparing to brace for a tropical storm heading their way. Isaias became the 9th named storm in 2020 as it nears the Leeward Islands this morning. In response, island residents have been fueling up their cars, gathering supplies. Tropical storm warnings for all of Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the British Virgin Islands are in place. The storm is expected to begin with, as the earliest storm, to begin with an I on record. It is 5:18. Let's get a check of our forecast right now with our own Alyssa Donovan in studio. What's going on out there outside, Alyssa?
Good morning, Lauren. We are seeing those temperatures a little warm this morning, 70s in Indianapolis, but you can see to the north of us in Kokomo some cooler temperatures. We have clear skies up there. Cloudy, though, in central Indiana, and that's because we have a system that's moving into the area right now. And you can see already starting to see some of those showers across central Indiana. Most of that activity is to the southwest, but we do have a pocket of heavier showers moving into Greensburg right now, so just be aware of that right across I-74. We're going to continue to see the potential of showers really throughout the day with the possibility of some embedded thunderstorms. So what's going on is we have this frontal system that's moving up from the southwest. We'll see the biggest impact by midday. That's when we could see some heavy rain showers as well, especially over southern counties. We could see a narrow band of those heavier showers bringing up to 2 inches of rainfall. That's the possibility with this. So as we head through the day, you can see on TrueCast mid-morning, that's when we're going to see most of that activity for southern counties and most of that along southwest counties into Bloomington and Seymour, with a lesser impact along the eastern portion of the state. By midday, that's when we're going to see that become a little bit more widespread into central Indiana. Again, the bulk of this system is going to be concentrated on those southern counties, and then by the afternoon really spreading more widespread into the state. A little bit of convection possible for northern counties as well, as this coincides with a cold front to the north of us that's going to briefly drop down, so we can't rule out seeing some thunderstorms in there along with those showers we'll see move through. Severe weather risk not likely in our area. Most of that severe weather is going to be to the south of Indiana, but we can't rule out today the potential of some heavy downpours as well as gusty winds with this system and the potential of some hail. And of course, we'll let you know about that. Good time to get that Storm Shield app so you know what's going on out there today. As you head out the door, definitely want to grab that umbrella. Temperatures starting in the 70s this morning, really staying in the 70s throughout the day. We're hitting those warmer temperatures by mid-morning, and then we'll start to drop off in the afternoon with our temperatures into the low 70s. Looking ahead through the 7-day forecast, we're going to see that unsettled weather pattern really stick with us. Friday, potential of showers and storms, as well as Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. None of these days are going to be a washout, but we could see some scattered showers and storms here and there throughout. Temperatures staying in the low 80s, really close to average for most of the forecast before we start to drop down by next week.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Let's take a look at traffic if you're heading out on the roads to work this morning. Here's a look to our east I-70 and Midhofer Road, where traffic is moving along just fine, both eastbound and westbound. No delays to slow you down. So let's take a look on the northwest side up in the Dogleg, I-65 here at 82nd Street. You can see traffic is moving along smoothly there, picking up a little bit on your screen as you can see. We'll continue to keep a close eye on your roads this Thursday morning. At 521, a popular fitness chain is now requiring everyone to wear a mask. Planet Fitness says it will require face coverings at all of its locations starting next month. All of its employees already have to wear masks, but now members who use the facilities must also wear them while they work out. The new policy begins tomorrow. Notre Dame is making sure it gets a chance to play football this season. The university has decided it will compete in the Atlantic Coastal Conference. That means instead of matching up with Southern California and Stanford, the team added heavyweights like the Clemson Tigers. Notre Dame will also be eligible to play in the ACC Conference's championship game. The conference says each team will play 10 conference games and 1 non-conference game starting the week of September 7th. The commissioner says the pandemic could still cause some changes. The countdown is on for the summer's third and final launch to Mars. The U.S. ship Perseverance is set to take off today from Cape Canaveral, Florida. It follows 2 other Mars missions last week from China and the United Arab Emirates. Scientists know the red planet was habitable at some point, and they want to know when. All 3 ships will reach Mars around February. NASA hopes to have samples back to the Earth to study by 2031. So what would you do if you won the lottery? Well, for one man in Wisconsin, he used his luck to stay true to his word. After the break, the promise he decided to keep to his best friend nearly 20 years later. We'll be right back. Welcome back. A pair of best friends in Wisconsin are making good on their promise to split the lottery. Back in 1992, this pair shook hands, agreeing that they would share lottery winnings if either of them ever won. Nearly 30 years later, they got lucky. One of them hit it big on the $22 million lotto ticket, and true to their word, they split it right down the middle. The friends chose the lump sum cash option, ended up with about $5 million each after taxes. They say they're looking forward to traveling more and spending more time with family. All right, Alyssa, if one of us ever wins the lottery, we'll split it halfway.
Do I have to share with you? Okay.
I don't ever play the lottery, so
well,
I'm not a very good person.
I do, so
okay, then yes, let's make that deal.
All right. All right. We're not winning the lottery today when it comes to weather. We are seeing showers and storms moving in. That nice weather that we had earlier this week is a thing of the past. We have showers moving in to southern counties this morning, and you can see pockets of heavy downpours. The rest of the day, going to continue to see those showers and then the possibility of some thunderstorms as well. Highs today into the upper 70s. You're watching Good Morning Indiana. We'll be right back.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 5:30, a busy night for Metro Police as they investigate multiple deadly shootings across the city. We're breaking down the very latest information.
We'll have that, and as Indiana students return to school in the coming days, the race is on to make sure that they are protected, as well as teachers. Working for you this morning, how one company is helping get personal protective equipment inside all of those classrooms.
The time right now is 5:31. We want to thank you for joining us here on Good Morning Indiana. Raphael, don't be too jealous. Alyssa and I are together here in the studio, still very distant, but we miss you down in your studio in your living room.
Well, I can't be jealous because I get to work with you guys every day, so I'm not jealous about that. But good morning to you and to Alyssa. Alyssa, as I just walked out of my door before came on the air, little rain, muggy here in Johnson County. I would imagine, looking at the radar, it's going to be a busy day for you.
Yeah, so we are going to see a busy day. We are done with that nice weather that we've seen the rest of the week. That mugginess is in the air. That means the potential of some showers and storms moving in. And you can see right now, already moving into our southwest counties this morning, seeing some heavy downpours at times. Potential for some heavy rainfall, especially along our southwest counties by mid-morning. This is all going to stretch into Indianapolis by by mid-morning and into the early afternoon, potential of some convection with this, which means the potential of thunderstorms. Not expecting severe weather at this time, but we can't rule out seeing some hail as well as those heavy downpours and some gusty winds in pockets that do see thunderstorms today. Looking at our temperatures, not going to change too much throughout your Thursday. We're starting in the mid-70s and we're going to stay in the mid-70s. We'll actually drop off a little bit as this system continues to push across the area. And this system is going to impact us over the next couple days. It's going to keep us in an unsettled weather pattern. So today we are going to be into the 70s. Tomorrow and into the weekend we'll be in the low 80s with chances of showers and storms nearly every day in the 7-day forecast.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Let's take a look at traffic right now as you're heading out on the roads, maybe heading to work early this Thursday. Everything is traveling here up to speed on the southwest side of town. This is our camera at I-465, a view near Man Road, no problems. So let's take you up to Fishers. Good morning to you. I-69 here at 106th Street. Traffic is moving along just fine, both northbound and southbound on your interstate. No crashes to slow you down, but we'll continue to keep our eyes on your roads throughout the morning, let you know if you need to reroute it all this morning. New this morning, Metro Police, they're busy investigating a series of murders within just a few hours of each other. The latest happening with a round of gunfire near 42nd and Post Road on the city's northeast side. Police found the man laying in a near guardrail with gunshot wounds just before 2 this morning. Police say the victim may have had other injuries. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
And Lauren, just after 10 o'clock, Metro Police called to John Marshall Drive, this near Midhofer Road and 38th Street. Officers say a fight happened in a parking area of an apartment building. We're told a man in a wheelchair was shot. The victim was then taken to the hospital where we're told that he later died. Police have not released any information on a suspect and are working to figure out how the shooter left that scene.
Metro Police say an argument leaves one man dead on the city's west side. Gunfire happened around 9:30 at an apartment complex parking lot near 34th and Moeller Road. Police say the shooting was a result of a disagreement that happened hours earlier. We're told officers quickly arrested a person of interest at a nearby gas station. Police say they aren't sure what led to either argument.
This morning, the Monroe County prosecutor has requested a special prosecutor to oversee the case involving an alleged incident involving a racial case. Sean Purdy and Jerry Cox, they face multiple criminal charges in connection to that incident involving Vox Booker back on July the 4th. Booker, a Monroe County Human Rights Commissioner, says that 5 white men pinned him against a tree and then threatened, in his words, to get a noose. After interview statements and reviewing footage, conservation officers determined evidence of multiple crimes involving all parties. However, the Monroe County prosecutor declined to file charges against Booker. Coming up, all new at 6:30, we'll have reactions surrounding this call for a special prosecutor in Monroe County.
Raphael, here at 5:35, we need to take a turn to the very latest on the coronavirus and how it's impacting Hoosier families. The latest information from the state health officials show more than 600 new COVID cases. That brings the total number of coronavirus cases to more than 64,000. The Department of Health also reporting 8 new COVID-19 deaths here in the state of Indiana. Since the pandemic began, more than 2,700 Hoosiers have died from the virus.
Lauren, safety is the #1 priority as kids and teachers return to school over the next several weeks. Our Alyssa Donovan takes a look at the challenges to make sure that students and teachers have the gear that they need to be safe.
Well, schools have been preparing to welcome back students with proper safety measures and new health protocols. Another group of people has been working to make sure all students and staff members around the state have the proper protective equipment.
And that is a pretty big job. All of these shelves are full of hand sanitizer, and all of these boxes full of face masks. The state has procured all the safety items, and Langham Logistics is in charge of making sure every kid in every classroom across Indiana has one of these. The goal is to make sure the PPE is there for day one of the school year so that masks can be distributed to students and teachers right away. Right now, they're prioritizing shipments by when districts open. Normally, the company is in the business of shipping all sorts of stuff.
We ship everything from pharmaceuticals to automotive parts to lawnmowers.
And while those packages are also handled with care, the team knows these shipments are going to be vital to Hoosiers across the state, giving them peace of mind as kids return to school.
You know, moving a lawnmower is important because somebody wants to really make their yard look nice, but this is like a whole different beast, you know, because I want to make sure that my kids have a mask and the teachers have a mask and the educators have a mask to try to reduce the spread of COVID because these kids have to go back to school.
By Friday, Langham Logistics will have shipped out around 2.3 million masks to almost 500 schools across the state, and there's still more to send out in coming weeks. I'm Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
Alyssa, thanks. It is 5:37. Today, the IPS Board of Commissioners will vote on if students will start the school year online or in the classroom. Superintendent Alicia Johnson recommends the school year begin virtually only once classes start on August 17th. If this is approved, the change will delay in-person learning until at least October. We'll send you a push alert on the RTV6 app once a decision is reached. Today, you'll have a chance to hear from Marion County school and health officials about safely reopening our schools. Our partners at Radio 1 are hosting a town hall from 1 to 3 this afternoon. Local leaders will talk about the best practices to help keep your children safe. You can listen live on Hot 96.3, AM 1310 The Light, 106.7 WTLC, and on the RTV6 Facebook page. It is 5:38, and so, Raphael, just like everything in 2020, the 2020 census deadline we know was pushed back.
So starting today, Lauren, those census takers will be going door to door, especially if you did not mail in that form to them weeks ago. Our Kelsey Anderson joins us live this morning and to tell us why this count really matters. Kelsey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Raphael. So each person in Marion County that is counted in the census means about $30,000 per person to the county over the next decade. That goes to things like WIC, rental and utility assistance, and so much more. And right now, Marion County is at a 61.5% response rate. And starting today, census workers will be going door to door across the state to houses that have not responded yet. Any census worker that comes to your door should have identification that they are indeed a census employee. Plus, they will also be following COVID-19 safety precautions. Tony Mason with the Indianapolis Urban League says the COVID-19 pandemic is proving just how important this funding is to our state.
These resources are going to be needed by people. So when we get beyond the numbers, this is about helping people. And so no family should go without food, housing, and all of the critical things that you need in order to have a reasonable quality of life. And so I know that people are dealing with a lot of challenges now, just trying to survive the moment. But if you could please just take 10 minutes to complete the census.
Okay, we're here to do a census push.
If you are concerned that a census worker isn't the real deal, you can call 844-330-2020 to double check with the operator. Again, you can still self-respond at 2020census.gov or by calling the census. That number is, of course, always on the IndyChannel.com. Reporting live, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
All right, thanks, Kelsey. We are going to see an active weather day today, starting to see some of that activity along southwest counties already this morning. Showers moving into Bloomington and right into Crawfordsville, so some areas to the northwest as well. And we do have some pockets of heavier showers and a little bit of a thunderstorm moving into some areas. Greensburg right now and into Shelbyville. Saw some lightning strikes on the map earlier just a few minutes ago. That has since subsided, but that does mean some convection in that area, which means the potential of thunderstorms, possibly some heavy downpours as well. Looking at the rest of the day, you can see we'll continue to see those rain chances with the possibility of some embedded thunderstorms in there. Not expecting severe weather, but can't rule out some hail as well as heavy downpours. And temperatures today will be into the upper 70s. We'll warm up a little bit as we head into the weekend. More rain chances and storm chances as well.
Melissa, thank you so much, and don't forget to download the Storm Shield app today. Commuters in Plainfield now have a better protection from the elements. Coming up, details on how newly installed shelters will help Indiana's workforce.
Dr. Anthony Fauci and former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick now have something in common. After the break, how one award is bringing the two of them together. And let's take a look at traffic as you're heading out on your roads to kick off your Thursday. This is I-70 at the North Split in downtown. You can see traffic is picking up there by all the headlights moving across your screen. Everything is traveling up to speed, so that is good news. It is 5:41. Stick around. We'll be back just after the short break.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. Our Hiring Hoosiers initiative here at RTV6 provides you with information about all things job related. And for some people using public transportation to get to and from work, they will have now better protection from the elements. More than 18,000 people commute to Plainfield every single day to work in those large distribution centers. Now, many of them ride the Workforce Connector shuttle running between the end of Indigo's westernmost stop and through Hendricks County. The connector has 2 routes and now 3 permanent bus shelters.
We know very well how challenging it is to get employees to job opportunities. So this is an important day.
The new shelters are located at All Points Parkway and Smith Road, and at Reeves and Whitaker, and also on AirTech Parkway. For job opportunities in the Warehouse District, look for this story on our website at hiringhoosiers.com. And let's keep talking about Hiring Hoosiers. You see, RTV6 and the Indiana Black Expo are teaming up for the virtual Hiring Hoosiers Employment Opportunity Fair. It's happening today from noon until 4. Quality employers are coming together to help you take the next steps in your career. Immediate job openings are available today, so make sure you connect with us. Get connected by visiting IndianaBlackExpo.com.
Well, the Indianapolis Colts have started arriving for what's often a sign football season is right around the corner, training camp. The checking in process for the players turned into a multi-day process. Most of everything is going to be different in the coming weeks. Head coach Frank Reich and GM Chris Ballard talked about the biggest adjustments.
We could be the most disciplined team, the most mature team in the league, and you can't stop, you can't stop it all. There's some things you can't stop and that you have no control over. So it's a maturity to not only handle it the best way we can, but also if something does happen like that, we just can't overreact to what's happening.
There's going to be sacrifices that are going to have to be made by all of us. Everybody that's in the building right now that's with a tier, players, coaches, staff, we're all going to have to make sacrifices. And it's the ultimate. It's just like the ultimate test of discipline.
The team will not be on the field for a couple of weeks. Coach Reich says they hope to hold 2 preseason practices at Lucas Oil Stadium. The rest of those will be at the team complex. It is 5:47. Let's take a turn now to our Thursday forecast. Alyssa Donovan standing by in studio. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey, Lauren. It is going to be a wet forecast. We have showers moving in right now, potential of some thunderstorms. We even have one cell moving into the area as we speak this morning. So the storms return today. We do have the potential for some heavy rain showers in there, especially by mid-morning along southwest counties. This unsettled weather pattern that we're seeing today, this is just the start. We're going to continue to see chances of showers and storms nearly every day in the 7-day forecast. The days are not going to be a washout like today is going to seem, but we are going to see those chances throughout. So right now we do have a pocket of thunderstorms moving across Greensburg, and into Rushville. Seen a couple lightning strikes in there, and you can see we also have those heavy downpours I was talking about. So we know that that convection is within this system, and just to the southwest, that's where you can see we have that more widespread showers moving into the area and even into some of those northwest counties this morning, right into Crawfordsville and towards Lafayette. So we're keeping an eye on this. Most of that convection is isolated to the southeast right now, but we have the potential of that growing as we head into mid-morning. So all of this is from the same frontal system that's going to continue to persist throughout the day. Most of the southwest counties and southeast counties, you are going to see that throughout the morning before it becomes more widespread and into the northern counties by the afternoon. You can see we do have those potential for for some heavier rain showers at times. Looking at the potential for up to 2 inches of rainfall along southwest counties. Areas of southern Illinois are under a flash flood watch. We are not at this time, but of course, if that changes, we will let you know. As we head through the day, continuing to see those showers, things will subside overnight, but we are in this unsettled weather pattern. So we're going to see the potential of showers and storms again tomorrow and into Saturday and Sunday. We have a marginal risk of those severe weather chances way to the south of us. That's through Kentucky and through southern Illinois. Indiana, we're not seeing that severe weather threat, but we can't rule out the potential of some hail in those areas that do see thunderstorms, as well as heavier downpours at times. And we've seen some lightning strikes even this morning. Temperatures today not going to change too much. We're going to be in the mid-70s throughout with those showers and storms. Tomorrow, we'll see peaks of sunshine for your Friday, but then those scattered showers and storms are possible as well. 80s for the weekend, continuing to see those chances of some unsettled weather. Then we'll see the temperatures fall. Some sunshine in the forecast Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. Let's plan out your commute. This is a live look at I-74 near Post Road to our southeast, where everything's traveling up to speed this morning. Right now, it's a pretty quiet Thursday morning commute, but of course, we'll keep our eyes on your roads throughout the morning drive and the rush hour. We'll let you know if there are any crashes or delays. Raphael?
So it appears that this morning that smoking cigarettes is now making a comeback really across the country. Industry officials say that fewer social interactions created more opportunities for people to simply light up. They also say strong regulations on e-cigarettes made people decide to go back to cigarettes. The CDC blames nearly 480,000 deaths each year on cigarette smoking.
Medical expert Dr. Anthony Fauci and former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick are being honored. They'll both receive the 2020 Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Ripple of Hope Award. This award is given to people who are leaders for social change. Fauci is one of the leading voices in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. Kaepernick protested police brutality by kneeling during the national anthem at NFL games in 2016. This year's gala will be hosted virtually. The international eyes of golf are fixed on Crooked Stick up in Carmel, and it's a dream come true for Carmel's own Luke Prohl. We'll have his story coming up just after the break. Stay with us. Well, some of the best amateur golfers in the world are here in town as future stars of the PGA Tour competes in Carmel. Raphael?
And Lauren, our sports director Dave First says the lineup includes a young golfer who feels right at home.
Pete and Alice Dye's Crooked Stick Golf Club has hosted its fair share of prestigious tournaments. This week, add the Western Amateur to it, the third oldest amateur championship in the world. This is also where you'll find Carmel's Luke Prohl.
How special to have an event like this right here at your backyard?
It's pretty cool. I've heard this is like the Masters of amateur golf, so it's pretty cool to have it at my home course and have the opportunity to play in it.
He's used to the driving range here, used to playing this course, and used to having Dad around, even when the original path was thought to be baseball.
I was a baseball player. I don't know if that had any influence on him as a kid or not.
Blame Dad.
Blame Dad, exactly.
I was getting bored of baseball. I don't know. It wasn't my sport, so I started to get into golf and started playing well, and that gave me the motivation to keep playing well. Kept getting better and better, and here I am.
He started getting serious just 5 years ago. Along the way, he won last year's state junior PGA championship, and this spring was going after a third straight team title for Carmel High when the pandemic shut down all sports.
From Carmel, Indiana, Luke Prohl.
He's set to continue his career at Purdue, taking every experience with him.
It is what it is, I guess.
It is what it is, yeah. Move on to the next thing, so hopefully we do that at Purdue, so that'd be nice.
I met Phil Mickelson's dad at the Ryder Cup in Valhalla. And I said, this was back in 2008, and I said, any advice for a young father just trying to introduce his kid to the game? And he said, keep it fun. So it's kind of been our motto.
A sign of the times for the Western Golf Association, asking everyone to stay 6 feet apart. But Luke's path has only just begun. In many ways, the sky is the limit. And that's when the real fun can begin.
Have you thought about a big goal in your career?
I'd like to go pro. That's the ultimate goal, but we'll see how I play in college.
one day at a time, or one tournament at a time.
One tournament at a time. One tournament at a time.
It is truly an international field here at Crooked Stick. 156 golfers entered, so you can imagine the storylines, but the idea is that Luke Prowls will be one for many years to come. At Crooked Stick, day first, RTV6 Sports.
And it's not going to be an ideal golf day today. We're going to see showers and thunderstorms throughout, and you can see in our 7-day forecast chances of showers and storms sticking with us over the next couple days as we're in this weather pattern of unsettled. And you can see today we're starting with those showers this morning. Temperatures only into the mid-70s this afternoon. Storms possible mid-morning and into the afternoon hours. Will clear out overnight, and then more chances of scattered storms Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday.